It was March 11, 2020. Coronavirus cases around the world stood at 118,000. 4,291 people had died. Those numbers were alarming enough that the Director General of the World Health Organization made this announcement.
We have therefore made the assessment that COVID-19 can be characterized as a pandemic.
That same day, here in the United States, Dr. Anthony Fauci offered this warning to Congress.
If we are complacent and don't do really aggressive containment and mitigation, the number could go way up and be involved in many, many millions.
Since then, the United States has led the world in both infection rates and deaths, ultimately making 2020 the deadliest year in American history. 2020 also brought historic scientific breakthroughs, including right here in the United States, the record development and approval of vaccines that could bring an end to the biggest public health crisis in a century. But according to the CDC, life expectancy had its largest decline in the United States last year since World War II, down a full year on average, with even bigger drops for Black and Hispanic Americans. Coronavirus was a leading factor, but so too was a lack of treatment for chronic conditions like cancer, diabetes, and hypertension. As the jobs dried up during the pandemic, so did health insurance for as many as 15 million people in this country, including an estimated 3 in 10 Gen Zers and millennials. How about all those kids for whom school became a screen at home or nothing at all? The World Bank says 1.6 billion children were out of school at the peak of the pandemic last April, and 700 million still were at the end of 2020. Everything from academic growth to emotional well-being to physical safety will have lifelong impacts for far too many. Finally, there are the many unknowns about COVID itself and how it will affect the long-term health of those who've recovered from the virus, and what that could mean for them for decades to come. Dr. Anthony Fauci has suggested life could return to something closer to normal by 2022. Thank God. But there are many questions about what awaits all of us on the other side.